Okay, I gifted that little baby cone. That's the best I can do. The cover is not on the water meter. It's in the other video. But this video right now is the interior plumbing and appliances. So we're going to move on along here. I'm not wearing a mask this morning. The Center of Contagious Diseases for the United States government said that because I am vaccinated, I'm no risk of giving or getting. They kind of changed things around, and this morning, that's what they said. I read that before I came over here. So I'm glad to get rid of a mask. I'm glad to get back to some normalcy. I just hope it's not going to backfire on me. I mean, whatever. I'm kind of conditioned to it now. This is the plumbing. We're in the Jack and Jill bathroom. And got ceramic floors and stuff. Now, the flow in this bathtub, let's see if they're doing fine now. Okay, well, I'd rather worry and not need to. So the bathtub works fine. I can see that I've been running the shower. Hot's on the right, cold's on the left. Same thing over here. Cold's on the left, hot's on the right. Bathtub, all the commodes, every one of the commodes are flushing right. Now, this is the GFCI control for all of the upstairs bathrooms. Not the wet bar, but the bathrooms. So, just so you know, again, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. I got power now. Yeah, I was expecting that. Now, unlike downstairs, so we do not have the control button here because that one switch over there controls all of them upstairs. But they're marked so that you know. And we won't see that downstairs. We will not see that downstairs. Another thing that I haven't seen is, okay, that's the Jack and Jill bathroom. Now we're going to head west. Another thing that I haven't seen is a dilution valve or a mixing valve for the hot and cold. They don't do that. I don't think it's required. They don't do that so often when you have tankless water heaters. And we have tankless water heaters. We're going to see those videos here in a moment. And again, it's labeled GFCI. I'm testing this because I found it. Okay, it's part of my method. I needed to know that to make sure it was on the right circuit. Downstairs, I won't have to go through that process because I've already gone through that process. Right now, you just kind of see me in action. Yay! And again, all the commodes, hot's on the left, cold's on the right, all the commodes are flushing. Now this one's kind of interesting. You can see that I've been running the shower, and it's fine. But our our bathtub shell is cracked. This is a pretty good sized crack right there. Pretty good sized crack. You might want to think about replacing this. They might try to talk you into repairing it. I've seen, they've got these fiberglass shells down to a science, and they had to be certified to do it. I've seen some pretty interesting cracks get fixed. I have. And they were all in apartments too, by the way. That says it's GFCI. These are all GFCI. Anytime you have a countertop that extends more than 10 inches, okay, the Marble Countertop Association says that more than 10 inches extended out here, you need some support, a corbel or some kind of support. You know, if somebody parks their big butt right there, it'll break and everybody will laugh, ha ha ha, okay. And when you come time to replace this, well then it's going to be, it might not be so much ha ha any longer. An electric receptacle outlet, like these, should not be recessed farther than 6 inches. I don't know how the countertop was installed like this. I don't know how the electric receptacle outlets were allowed to be recessed like that, but they are. That's more than 6 inches. If you have a cord or whatever, you got your popcorn machine going to your for your media room, you got your Scentsy sand candle up here or whatever, and somebody hooks their arm on it and it drags it all up onto the floor. It could be dangerous. And that's why they have that rule. Okay, the thermostats, they're smart thermostats, that's a good thing. Now this thermostat is located for all the upstairs. All the upstairs. It's located in the media room. If you close these doors, you could be perfectly happy. The thermostat's a dumb animal. It only does what you want to tell it to do. It will try its best to meet your needs. But the people outside of here, you know, they might be burning up or freezing. They might be. Coming on along here, this is the wet bar. And this is a sink stopper. I've gotten those. It's fine underneath here. And my client is rightfully concerned because he'd like to put a chiller in here. And by the way, that GFCI for your chiller, wine chiller, drink chiller, whatever, ice maker, whatever the appliance you want to put in there, that GFCI works to this receptacle up here. Okay, so if it trips, you just reset it. And then they're supposed to be GFCI protected, so that's a good thing. What was the measurements on that? See if I can dig this up. I'm going to tell my client I would. That's not good. I think it's in my phone notes. So let's just look at them real quick. Don't want to look at the clock. Do not want to look at the clock. Okay, the wet bar appliance nook dimensions are 23 by 24. The space between the 23 by 24. It's 23 inches wide and 24 inches deep. And then, that's kind of an optical illusion, but this space is 24 inches. And we're talking about, I'm not miking it out. So, in theory, you could slide your device in here, slide it over, and slide it in. Again, that's on you, my dear client. You need to research what kind of appliance you're buying and what the appliance dimensions are. But this dimension right here is the same as the depth of the cabinet. And again, this is wider, so it should slide in, slide over, and slide in. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. I had to run that one because trial by fire. We just got that one started up. Yahoo! And we already did the bathtub. Okay, we're moving. Man, we are rocking this. We are rocking these appliances. Now downstairs I can smell the oven because I had the oven on for a while. I'll save that for later. So this is the guest bathroom. Alright. Of course we need some paint and stuff. Again, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. These are not labeled hot and cold. I mean, no they're not. Nor should they be. These are not labeled as being GFCI protected, however they are. Anchorage is fine, commodes are flushing fine. This one right here is kind of interesting. We got any more light in here than this? Okay. The mortar right here. We need a little bit of mortar in there. We need to do a little bit of mortar repair. And I would have put, normally I'd put blue tape on this, but there's so much blue tape that needs to be going on. Obviously they're not ready for the final punch. This might be your pre-walk inspection. We're looking at the mechanicals. And normally this kind of stuff is beyond the scope of what a Trek home inspection is. But, you know, since I'm here and it's a new construction, I like to, okay? I like to find things if I can. I do. I'm a looker. Coming on along here, this is the laundry. This is GFCI protected. It's not labeled as being so. This is a 4-prong electric clothes dryer. This is the closed vent, and I believe it looks nice and clear. Now, one thing that's going on here, all right, is that this label should have been filled out so that you would know the width of this, the length of it, how many bins. So when you buy laundry equipment to come in here, bring laundry equipment in here, you can see if its specifications meet. It has enough oomph, if you will, to get the lint out, to vent the clothes dryer. So that's supposed to be filled out, and it's not. These are the thermostats for the water heaters. Okay, both of your water heaters. You have one on the east exterior wall and one on the west exterior wall. They're not labeled, so I don't know. They got them on the same temperature, so it's kind of hard to go wrong in that regard. But when you want to adjust your water heater temperature, this is where you go. You go into the laundry. This is where it is. This is where all the action happens. Moving on along. This door sticks or binds in its jam. I could have done that on the interior video. I might have done it on the interior video. See that? It's kind of rough. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. This is the GFCI for the guest bathroom and for the parents' bathroom. That's what we call the parent suite now, the main suite, the principal suite. That's what we call them. We don't call them some other names that we used to call them. Okay, that's just the way of the world. Not much to see about this fireplace. I saw the flue on the roof. I can't see in the walls, can't take it apart. You push this button on the side and instant, almost instant, romance. Yay! Everybody loves romance. I like the little sound indicator on it too. Speaking of sound indicators, okay, we've got smoke alarms in each of the bedrooms and outside of each of the bedrooms. We do not have a smoke alarm in the main living area downstairs, and we do not have a smoke alarm in the main living upstairs. Now, an interesting note, I guess I should have made that note when I was up there, but there is a smoke alarm inside of the media room, and it is a, hearing impaired smoke alarm. They're not required. Hearing impaired is not required, but think about it. You're watching a movie, that movie's kicking, it's rocking, okay, just loud as can be. You might not hear the smoke alarm, so the one in the media room has a light that goes off. So GFCI works, hot's on the left, cold's on the right, same old, same old. You don't have dilution valves, I already mentioned that. This bathtub is fine. This shower, it's got a little paper in it. It seemed to drain kind of slow for me. The seats and the niches, all those are supposed to tilt like that. That's by design, so that the water runs off and all the soap scum and all that stuff, and makes it easier for you to clean your bathroom, your shower. This is the parent bathroom. Everything flushes, everything is good. Coming on along. We already talked about romance. Works. Moving on along. Unlike upstairs in the wet bar, this right here has, this is support. This is support, so we're looking good. It's even framed out nice. So you can sit on this, I guess. I guess you can sit on it. Moving along. The vent fan vents to the exterior, and metallic tape is acceptable on that. This water, you can tell that this water works, all the burners work, vent fan work. I don't know, actually. Yeah, I don't remember that. Maybe that's why they have that off. See, I got ahead of myself, huh? Think about that, bud. What do you think of that? I don't think too much about it. That's what I don't think about it. Alright, so we got over here my method. Kitchen vent fan rattles and makes a consorting noise. Concerning. This is the dishwasher. It's fine. It's installed the way it should be. Food waste disposal, for the most part, is designed the way it should be. Alright, now, Here's what's going on with food waste disposal. This is the switch. It's out of sight. Wow, it's out of sight, man. But, okay, the switch should be within sight. But the manufacturer's installation instruction supersedes code. So the installation manufacturer's instructions say if this was a 1 horsepower food waste disposal, you'd have to see the switch while you're operating it. 5/8, 3/4, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4. They don't have to. They can have the switch down here. 5/8 don't have to have the switch down here. This is 1/3 horsepower. So this switch is in an acceptable location according to the manufacturer. The manufacturer also says that you shouldn't have a rocker switch. All right, it should be one of those little ugly ones, you know, on, off, you know, with instructions on it. You might label it, you know, so that you meet the intent of the code, but the manufacturer says you're not supposed to have a rocker switch. You're not supposed to have a rocker switch. Now, I don't have a very good rear view mirror. I don't know what happens after I do inspections. But quite often I talk about this. This is a foul line, F-O-U-L. That's how us hillbillies pronounce it. Foul line. F-O-U-L, foul line. That's where all the cooties hide and the germs, the bacteria, and the viruses. It's supposed to cascade straight down. Now, you know, the builder's going to tell you, your realtor's going to tell you, your uncle, your aunt, your parents, your children, everybody you know, your friends and family, everybody's going to tell you, just put some bleach under there, just put some bleach under there. And I guess you can do that. I've yet to have a client call me, and again, I hate to discount my work, but I've yet to have a client call me and say, hey, bud, thanks for catching that foul line for me. Oh, man, we got that handled. Couldn't have done it without you. I might get that phone call, and I would never dissuade my client from seeking perfection, but for the most part, that's not the hill my clients choose to die on. It's up to you. It's up to you. Now, underneath here, this is kind of interesting. The manufacturer, the sink manufacturer, they kind of thought that we should drill holes in this countertop and have clips that hold the edge of this sink up. That's what the manufacturer thinks. Philip, he told Doug, he said, just get, you know, put some sheetrock screws in there, put a couple sticks up there, you know. And I go, Philip, man, you're awesome. And he said, yeah, we're going to the beer store. Yeah, Philip. You know, the boss likes me. I'm getting a raise next week. I'm the fastest guy in the shop. But the thing is, all jokes aside, is all you have holding your sink up is a couple of sticks. It's very common. I see it a lot of times. But I'm just saying that you probably shouldn't be doing this in any regard. But you probably don't want to stand in the sink. You know, but that's it. It's got sticks instead of clips. So this is where the refrigerator goes. Since it is the appliances, I'll just go ahead and no GFCI at the refrigerator? Alright. Well, we'll call that out. Wouldn't worry about it. I'm myself, I don't have one at my house, but the newest code says it's supposed to be GFCI protected. The newest version of the code. It depends on what code was in place when they were building this house. But also it's true that for our licensed electrician to meet the standard of care, his license, standards of practice, standard of care, his license requires, he's supposed to use the most current version of the code. So everybody's fighting. Anyway, let's do this right now. No GFCI at the refrigerator. This is the microwave. I cooked this little rag over here. And I tried to use it to clean this cooktop up when the water came out. All these burners work. Come on. I've been having fun with them. Not that much fun, but fun. Microwave works, like I said, cook that rag. We got on this oven, it might have some extra features. I don't do extra features. The one thing I did notice is that it does have a fan that'll blow after you run it. After you run it, it has a fan that will cool it down. And so this whole, you know, I took the bullet for you because it was smelling like a new oven here earlier. And so there's the light switch. These are pretty much universals, cooking methods. It says assisted cooking. I don't know what that means. I just got bake and broil, and you just hit bake, for example. You just hit bake, for example. Try it again. Power on. Cooking methods. Bake, for example. 350. Start. And it cooks. And we have the light on. There you go. Wrap it off. I don't know what that means. But I'm not seeing a convection feature. Probably has one. This is a nice oven, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm not required to inspect self-cleaning. Not required to inspect convection. So there's that. And those are the appliances. And the thermostats, the water heater thermostats. Those are the appliances. That's all the plumbing in the house.